Okay, so this is my review of the salt and pepper grinder. I'm gonna say this is not a great product, but I also definitely don't think it's a bad product. I just wanna call out a couple things. First off, I really think it does a pretty good job with the pepper. I'm less of a fan of how it handles salt, and I've tried several different types of salt to see if it's the type, and it's just generally consistent outcome. So one thing I would call out is just that this does stay pretty messy. So you have to clean it very frequently because, as you can see fingerprints on it a lot. And even if you haven't been cooking, you're going to be able to see fingerprints on here. So that's one thing that I would call out. Second, what I'll show you is, here's the pepper. So I'm just going to take this, and it is very simple. All you do is tilt it over, and then you tilt it over, you can see the blue light pops up. I do think it's inconsistent. So you can see there's very little coming out right now. And if I kind of move it around a little bit, now you'll see it a lot more starts to come out. So I do think it's generally inconsistent with how much pepper comes out. I'm going to try it again, and you'll probably see that more comes out. Yeah, so a lot more coming out now. While that might not look like a lot, it is a good pace. So I like the pepper. I think it does a good job with the pepper. It's just inconsistent. So if you're trying to evenly spread it out amongst food, that can be challenging. The salt I'm not a fan of. I actually don't really use this unless I'm trying to get like coarse salt to put on a steak, because it just doesn't, you can see the pepper, it actually gets into pretty small pepper pieces. They're pretty fine. The salt, I use thick, coarse salt, which is what it recommends in the directions. And you can just see kind of, first off, nothing's gonna come out, which is what happens pretty frequently. And then most often it just doesn't really grind. And now you can see it's just kind of like pouring out. And for the most part, it's just the consistency of the salt is still way too big. It just doesn't cut up enough. It's basically still the same size as what is in here. So I don't find that this really works. It's not what I'm looking for. I can't really use this very much unless I'm using a coarse salt for like a steak or something like that. So that's all I wanted to call out. That might be worth noting if you are looking to make this purchase.
I recently got these new salt and pepper grinder mills that are gravity and electric, and they're rechargeable because my current salt and pepper mill started leaking and broke. So you charge them just with this cord. This little end just fits into right here, and then the big end just plugs into any USB. They charge pretty fast when you first get them. Then all you do is unscrew this bottom part. Super easy to fill up with. They say to fill up like 80%, so I put peppercorns in, and my salt, it's not as coarse ground as, it's just what I had right now. So I had pink Himalayan salt, and I mix a little bit of my own just regular iodized salt with it, because Himalayan salt doesn't have iodine in it. So then when you go to use it, oh, and you can adjust the, if you want it like more coarse or not with this. Right here, you turn it right or left. But when you go to use it, all you do is click this button and turn it upside down. And then you can just salt however much you want. And as soon as you put it upright, it stops, and you just turn the button off. Same with the pepper. I think I have it on the most like ground it can be, but I think I need to adjust it a little bit more because I usually like my pepper just a little bit finer. But same thing, turn it on. Turn it upside down. And the pepper comes out. However much you want. And then turn it up again. And turn it off. And as you can see, it comes out like, salt comes out a little bit more, but that's probably because I'm using pretty fine salt. But it's great. You can do it with one hand, super easy, And so far, I'm really impressed. It did not take long to charge it all the very first time. And I really like them. I would recommend them.
So we got this about, I believe, a week ago. So far so good. And this top right here, you can actually adjust how you want your, your pepper. If you want it more fine, you can turn it. There's like a adjustment. It's kind of tight, but so is with the salt. We chose stainless steel because our furniture. But so far so good. Okay, so that's the salt. Then here is the pepper. So we shall see how long it will last.
I bought these salt and pepper shakers. They did not come with the salt or the pepper. I bought that separate. They're really simple to use. What I didn't like about them is they don't come with the batteries. And the bottom are plastic, not glass. So I have to be careful where I set them. When I use my oven or the broiler, the top of my oven gets really hot, so I don't want them to melt. You simply turn them over, the light comes on, and they grind. Real quick. And there's a little knob on top. You can change the coarseness. I really like them. I like them a lot.
It didn't. Watch if I stitch it up. Watch it.